So let's start with just marching in place. And with this one, it's really up to you what the pace is, how high the knees are. It's really just to warm the body up a little bit. And obviously your blood circulation increases when you start moving your arms more. So you can go high up with your arms. You can go wide. Just to get the system starting. I'm going to move the clock a little bit so I can see it. Keep going. There we are. And then let's start jogging in place. So there's a little acceleration in speed now. Doesn't mean that you have to go really high with your knees or with your arms. Try to keep it on the ball of your feet. So heels off the floor. And when I do a countdown, 3, 2, 1, then after 1, we do a lunge and a shot without a racket. So always alternative foot. So we're gonna go jogging, 3, 2, 1, lunge and shot. And then the next time you go with the other leg. 3, 2, 1, back to the T. 3, 2, 1. Nice lunge. Good technique, good balance. 3, 2, 1. And now we're going to do both shots in a row. So when you come back from the first lunge, you immediately switch and do the other leg. 3, 2, 1. One foot back to the T, the other foot back to the T, and jogging. 3, 2, 1, and shot, T-point. Shot, T-point. 3, 2, 1, and T-point. Shot, T-point. And so slow it down. Shake your arms and legs a little bit. Let's move into wide stance and slowly shift the weight from one leg to another. So what it means is you bend one knee, extend the other leg, and at the same time when you work on the thigh here, you're doing a little stretch for your inner thigh here. So you have to be careful with that. Don't go too long. So just in your own pace. And also, for me especially, it's nice warm up for the knees. Normally they get a little verbal here. Good. And let's do the same after a little shake again. We're going to do a little shuffle in between. We start on one side, shuffle. So there's a little bit more squash-like movement. If you like to add a rotation with the upper body, like as if you hit the ball, be my guest. Shuffle and position, shuffle. So the outer leg can open up a little bit. So you don't have to have a toes pointing towards me, but they can point more out when you take that longer step. Good. I'll shake again. And now we're going to go into squatting. And first, let's do a couple of, with a little bit wider stance, like a half squat. We're not going super low, just focusing more on warming up the knees and getting your core nice and tight. So wide stance, a little bit open, open feet, open knees. And then when you go down, nice strong core, strong upper body. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Don't have to go low. If you feel like, hey, I want to go lower, please do. Every inch makes it heavier. And we will go a little bit lower later on, so you'll get that as well. So that's really about the form, trying to keep the head on a vertical line when you go down. So you're not really going here, but you try to go straight down. So your bum is kind of sticking out a little bit, as if you try to find that seat. Weight is on the heels, way more on than on the toes. Okay, let's come up. Another little shake. Okay, feels like the legs are warming up quite nicely. Let's do a little rotational movement to stretch the upper body and the shoulders a little bit. So take a long step forward with right foot, right leg. And so it's a long lunge. Lean forward, bring your opposite hand on the floor, and then start opening up the body towards the ceiling. If you feel like it's really not working with straight back leg, you can always put the back knee down, so it's a little bit easier. And this one really rotates your spine, stretches your outer hip area and your shoulder. And then come slowly back up. And then we repeat and do the other side. So again, step forward, bring that opposite hand on the floor, finding your balance first. And obviously you might want to have a block. So I don't know if you people have blocks on. What I do if I don't get a good reach, if I'm too stiff or just, don't get my hand there, try to use only the fingers. So you're a little bit, your whole hand is not on the floor. And so you're a little couple of inches higher. So that might do the trick as well. Or a couple of books, thick books. Try to look up, see the ceiling. Look at your thumb. And slowly coming down. Shaking your arms and legs a little bit. Okay. Let's grab the racket for a little bit more upper body rotation and warm up. When you grab the racket, put it between your palms like this. So you're pressing in. And then when you go to one side, the front arm is pushing into the racket. So the opposite shoulder is feeling the stretch. Also, you're rotating with your spine, so that will do it as well. Nice, steady, wide stance. Look over your shoulder, and with exhale, you always go and rotate. Inhale in the middle. Exhale when you stretch. And then we're going to go above head, overhead, extending your arms, and now grabbing the rack a little bit tighter so you can push and pull whenever needed. When you're up here, make sure your shoulders are going up as well. So you're not like this, but you really try to get your shoulders close to your ears. So you're kind of like tucking your head in between your extended arms, as if somebody's lifting you up from the ceiling. And then we're going to go sideways with exhale, stretch. So pull with that lower arm, the racket a little bit, so you get a nice stretch into your side and into your armpit. Inhale in the middle. If you like to do shorter stretches or longer ones, you can always adjust that pace within your needs. Good. Okay, let the arms and shoulders relax a little bit. One more time overhead. And now we're going to do a little circulation overhead. So you're up here, and as if there's a little wind rotating your body, going in a circle. And try always to kind of push the racket away from the body. And stretch on the sides. And switch direction. Okay, relax. And let's see. A little bit hamstring stretch still. You can keep the racket in your hands if you like. Just for forward bend. And with this one, really focus on the hamstrings. Slightly on the glutes, but not that much. It's really hamstrings and lower back that you want to stretch here. And upper body hangs very loose. The shoulders, we just stretched. The arms, very, very loose, heavy. Try to release all the tension from your shoulders and your neck. You can close your eyes here. We're going to stay here for a couple of breaths. And when we come up, bring your hands in a fist, or at least with the knuckles behind your back, just above your glutes, close to your spine. Try to bring your elbows close to one another, and then the shoulders back and look up. So we're stretching the shoulders here. A little bit abs as well. Even neck. Okay. All right, little wrist rotation to finish the warm up. And slight stretch in the forearms. Always good to have a little bit. We often forget the forearms and the wrists and fingers. But at least with the racket arm, it's good to have everything kind of working. And sometimes when you hit your first shot, you go like, oh, something wasn't just aligned and it feels uncomfortable. So good to have a little stretch there as well. Okay, we start with the backhand rails. We're going to do 1 minute, only rails. And the basic movement is, I'm facing now the side wall, but that would be my front wall. So I turn to the left-hand side, play my rail on the backhand, return to the tee, and repeat shot. What we focus on here is the weight shifting and the rhythm. So really try to get nice weight, like natural weight, to hit the ball. So it's not that you go and have a very stiff, quick arm, but you actually do everything quite slow and heavy. So a lot of purposeful weight shifting so that it kind of transfers from the body movement into the racket. Okay, so we're gonna go 1 minute with that one. And we are going now. So this is kind of medium pace, so you don't have to hurry with these shots. Rather, I want you to really try to imagine the situation where you have this movement. It's so long ago we've been on courts. Don't even know anymore how it goes. So just try to almost close your eyes and imagine that ball that is coming and how you hit it back with good weight shifting, good balance, early racket prep. And really take your time for your follow through here. So the backhand follow through, you really extend your arm as long as you have the space at home to do it. I guess that's why I always come here. I don't have to worry about my plants or paintings. Okay. Okay, we move straight without a break to the other side. So now it's the forehand side, or if you did the forehand, you go to the backhand. So either way, you switch. So turning first with that shuffle. And when you turn, you start to create your backswing. That's always a good thing to do early. Then you lean forward. So if I show it to you from the side, let's see which way I have to go. I don't know. So from the side, so you start leaning forward to get that body weight into the shot. So the shot is about a foot high rail that you're playing on that side. Okay, 1 minute and go. And shot. So don't be confused if you look at me, because now I'm actually doing it in the right position, moving towards the side wall, turning in, playing that rail. Really try to take the time to control the shot. So I'm not hurrying back to the tee. I'm not really fast with my swing. Just try to keep it nice and smooth and controlled. And when you're gripping, holding the racket, try to hold it very loose. So it's almost flying out of your hand. So you don't want to squeeze your racket too much. So you can keep your elbow and shoulder nice and loose. Good. Okay. So now we got those two done. Now we're going to combine them. And you probably don't have that much space. So if you have a limited, let's say, width in your living room, which we mostly have, then you can do this. So you start on one side, turn towards the side wall, step in, then you turn to the other side, and then you repeat, turn to the other side wall. So you keep going in this kind of U form, facing that side, playing a backhand, returning to the other side, playing the forehand, okay? And now we're gonna do 90 seconds, and it's gonna be a little bit higher pace. So try to move, don't make the shot faster. That doesn't do you any good, not in a match at least. So keep that pace with hitting the same, but try to keep that footwork in between slightly faster. So we try to get to the, let's say 75, 80% of your speed. Okay, so we're gonna do 90 seconds of this, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Fifteen seconds. And done. Good. Okay, let's have a little bit of water and go to the first circuit. So, like I said earlier, if the exercise is not physically doable because of your whatever issue it is in hand, Like with me, it's often the elbows or knees. We kind of together have to find a way to deal with it. So if I'm not giving you enough options, then please look into finding something on your own. And mostly, like I said, mostly it's about those floor exercises. We're gonna go 45 seconds each, and we have about 12 movements in total. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, that one. Okay. And in between, so the first round, it's gonna be, some breaks might be slightly longer if I'm explaining quickly, hopefully quickly, what's gonna happen. All bodyweight exercises. It is a bit of a heat program, which means high intensity workout. So yeah, what can I say about that? Just have to push it through. Okay, so we're gonna start with some squat jumps. And this one again, you do squats, focus on keeping your upper body nice and strong. So not moving too much this way, your upper body is staying very mild in one angle, one position. You can use your arms if you like, keep them on the side, whatever you want to do, it's all equally good. All right, let's see. I'm gonna start with the 45. Okay, we got 15 seconds to go. So first one is squat jumps, and then we're gonna go into high knees, and then we're gonna go on the floor with half burpee. All right, everybody ready? And go. Like every exercise, if you go really as high as you can every time, it's gonna be very, very hard. So pace yourself the way that you can do 12 movements just on the edge. Good. And the next one is high knees. Don't really have to say anything about that. So let's shake the legs a little bit. And again, the higher the knees go, the heavier it's going to be. And go. So next one, can stop. Next one is going to be half burpee. So it's going to be plank and deep squat. Optional if you want to go down, you can do a push-up. If you can't go on the floor, you could do just something mild with knees on the floor, but that would be only push-up then. Or you could go just doing slow, deep squats, so you get that part done. Okay, ready? And go. Try to throw your legs all the way to the back. If you can't throw them, you walk them 1, 2, and then back. It's up to you how you deal with it. And stop. And then we stay on the floor for the abs, some crunches. So on your back, so your legs go up about 45 degrees, and you keep your arms in the same angle, and you try to crunch and get as close to your feet, your toes as possible. And go. Try to keep the crunch, meaning that you don't go all the way relaxed, lying on your back, putting your head down. So your shoulder blades, try to keep them as much off the floor as you can, even in the lower position. So there's continuous tension in the abs. Okay, so next one, I'm gonna stay down. If you can't do plank, if you can't go on your lean on the arms, you can do the C. Oh no, this was the dead bug. So your arms and legs are up. So you try to keep your back as flat as you can. So you're not arching your lower back. You push it into the floor, and then you bring opposite arm and leg to hover just above the ground. Coming back up and then switching. That's the alternative. Otherwise, we're gonna go high plank, low plank. And you probably know what that means. So you go in the plank position like this, and we're gonna drop to elbows and then come back up to straight arms and go. When it gets too heavy, or if it gets too heavy, then stay in the straight arm plank or elbow plank. Stay one of the two. That's also really, really good. Yeah, skating jump. Keep going, keep going. I'm just reading the list. Oof. 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 All right, let's come up with a skating jump. That's going to be the next one. So standing straight up, and we're going to skate and try to jump, lateral jumps, touch the opposite toe every time. Ready? And go. Touch the toe. So that free leg, that hovering leg, bring it behind the other leg. So it provides you balance. So your body's in this quite strong twist. Side to side. Strong jumps. Touch the toe. Come on, guys. Woo. Good. Gave you a little bit extra there. Okay. And next one is going to be alternate lunges. So your position with the lunge is straight upper body, back knee almost on the floor, coming up, switch, coming down. If the switch is too heavy, then you're going to go forward, back, up to you. Ready? And go. Good. Side plank. This time, straight arm. If you can't do side plank for your elbow, shoulder, then C curve is similar to what you did. Then you keep it. You keep your arms higher if you like. So you try to keep the tension. Okay, otherwise, it's the side plank with extended arm. And go. So here it's important to look at your aligned wrist, elbow, shoulder, all straight line vertically, and then the other arm up, and then your hip, bring your hip up from the floor, so you really work on that core of yours. 10 seconds. Good. No break in between. This one we go straight to the other side. And go. Again, look that you have those aligned arms. That makes it so much easier and safer for the elbows and shoulders. Five more seconds, guys. Come on, keep going. Keep it, keep it, keep it. Okay. Again, we stay on the floor. It's a straight bridge, so meaning you lean on your arms, you bring your body into full extension and lift your hips, and you look up and hold it. If you can't do that, for your shoulders, you go lean on your back, bring your heels close to your bum, and then you do a bridge here. Just making sure that you work with the back, lower back muscles a lot. Okay, ready? And go. So when you're in this straight bridge, open bridge, you lift your hips continuously. So it's a really tough job to do. At the same time, you try to lower your shoulders and bring your head back. So you're only touching the floor with the point of your heel, edge of your heel, and your hands. Pushing those shoulders down. It's a good arm exercise at the same time. The more you bring your hips up, the more you work with your core, with your back muscles. Try to bring your hips up as much as you can. Really, really up. Come on. And release. Good. Okay, next one is reptile. So it's a basic position, it's the plank position. And we're going to start with 4 crossovers. So the knee touches the opposite wrist in the plank 4 times, then straight. So the knee goes to same side elbow. If you can't do that, then do any of the alternative moves where you have less shoulder stress. Okay, ready? And plank and cross. 1, 2, 3, 4. Straight. Cross. Straight. Cross. Straight. Last ones, cross. Straight. Come up. And we're going to do some toe jumps before the break. Ready? Go. Touch the toes. Try to bring your bum down instead of your head. Going, almost there. Last good jumps before the break. Break. Good job. Okay, good. 90 seconds. Good job, guys. Hang in there. So after the break, we're going to do some footwork with the racket, and then we'll finish with the second round. And then we can chit chat after that. So if you sweat a lot like me, it's kind of late to start drinking during the workout. So if you do sweat a lot, start drinking an hour or even 2 hours before the training. Just water, just a couple of glasses will do the trick. Keeps you hydrated also. Otherwise you kind of like dry out after the exercise and you start getting cramps and more muscle ache the next day. So good hydration is really, well, half of the work, if not more. Okay, so let's grab the racket again. Shake those heavy legs a little bit. Make sure you function. And we're gonna do some side to side movement. Again, when I do say side to side, and I go from left to right, if you don't have that length, you have to adjust the exercise. So very often side to side means what we already did before. Backhand is here, forehand is here. So you kind of like, you can't shuffle through the T-point in a normal way. If you do have the length, then you try to go all the way from one side, shuffle the other side. You probably will need 10, I don't know, 14 feet, something like that. Okay, so first, 1 minute, traditional high speed. And traditional means the closest leg to the front wall, which is now there and not there. Might be a little bit confusing here. So that's my front wall. So I'm using the right leg here all the time. Then I shuffle over to left. So the leg that is closest to the ball, closest to the front wall, takes a step. As high as you can for 1 minute. I can't see this thing. Okay. And we're gonna go ready and high pace, high pace. Try to make a decent lunge. So you're really working with those leg muscles and that core of yours. Drop your upper body before you hit the ball. Imagine the ball being low, okay? Quick shuffle in the middle, the racket prep, and lunge. Ten seconds. Okay, straight after this one, same movement, but now with the open stance. So you use the other leg. Okay, same intensity, and go. Shuffle and shot. Shuffle and shot. Come on, guys. And stop. Whew. Okay. And put the racket away. Big sip again. When practicing for squats, one important thing is that you don't learn your body to get all the recovery time it needs. So you just want to push it. You're a little bit out of breath. You don't get that time. When you play a tough rally, you get the return or serve. You need to go for it. You can't wait for a minute or get your heartbeat down. So it's good practice. All right.
Hey, Tattoo.
Yes.
Hey, Tattoo, I need to split in like 3 minutes, just so you know.
That's good.
I need to leave. Okay.
Thanks for joining. See you soon again. Thank you. All right. We start with the squat jump in 10 seconds. The break was longer than I was. Actually, we start right now. Okay, let's go. And from here on in, we don't really use those breaks to chat or anything. I just keep going through, okay? High knees, guys. Let's have a little bit of a sprint here. Five seconds. Half burpee. go. Okay, on your back. Toe touch. Go. With these more isometric static exercises, try to catch your breath. I'm extending a little bit, so 10 more seconds. Come on. Crunch it up, guys. Okay, low plank, high plank. If that doesn't work, go on your back, dead bug, or you stay in a plank. Just basic plank. Okay, go. Okay, good. And skating jump. Side to side, touch the toe. Ready? Go. Almost there, buddy. Come on. Everybody works hard for the last bit. Do it together, as we do always. Stay low. That's the toe. That's the deal. Going so well. Gonna get extra time. 10 seconds to go. Okay. Come up. Catch your breath. Next one. Alternate lunge. Ready? Drop the back knee a lot. Go. 10 seconds. Okay, side plank, straight arm. Go. Tight core, lift your hips and breathe. Lift your hips, come on. As high as you can. 10 seconds. Switch. Getting ready. Go. Strong core, straight aligned arms, good balance, breathe. We got this. So close. And come down. Okay, let your arms rest for a second. Next one is going to be straight bridge. Remember that. Ready, and go. Lower your shoulders, bring your head back, lock your arms, wide spread fingers, continuously lifting your hips up. It'll drop. I feel like my hip grips, can't even talk anymore. My hips are dropping, so I have to really work extra hard to lift that little half an inch more to get everything out of the exercise. Good job. Slowly drop your bum. Shake your arms a little bit. I know they're sore. I got Reptile coming, so it's going to be tough. Okay. Ready for Reptile, guys? So 4 cross, 4 straight. Position and go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Straight. Cross. Last round, cross. 1. Straight. Good job, guys. Come up, toe jumps. Let's finish it off with nice toe jumps. Ready? Go. more, last 5, 4, 1. Ah. All right. Good job.